this late hour, we are going to spend time together. We are going to try our best to touch on things that actually matter to us. So it is very, very important that you join me as we proceed. And please don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up. All right, comment, tell me where you're watching from. I would like to know how many of us are in this live broadcast. It is a way of knowing how many of us are actually receiving our notification. You understand what I mean? So we have many things to touch, but we are going to start from someone. And we are going to start from Biafra government in exile, Biafra prime minister, and the information that we have, that reached out to us. Let's and we decided to bring it together to get in this live broadcast. So just bear with me. Let me get this once and for all. Okay, and please like the video, like the video, like the video. Okay, give it a thumbs up. Okay, and okay, so just a moment. Okay, this is what I would like to share with us. Although PM is going to have town hall meeting, being on 26th. 26th is when 26th will be on Sunday. Okay, on Sunday there will be a town hall meeting. That PM is going to. He's traveling to US to have meeting with Biafrans in US. Okay, let's go straight to the post. You can see it here. So this is upcoming PM program in the US. Sunday, you can see Sunday 26. Sunday 26. But this information, there's another information that I would like to share with us. Let me bring it up. I think I need to remove this first. As you can see here, this is a website of Huffing. I think this Huffing, I don't know what country they operate from. I don't know if it's US based or not. It says Mazi Simon Ekpa, a true leader of Biafra. All right, and you can see PM picture here. Then part of it, he said Biafra, the public government in exile. Okay, BRGIE represents a major part of the ongoing narrative of Biafran's mission for independence. At the best of this government in exile stands Simon Ekpa, a figure whose leadership has sparked both admiration and controversy. As an entity, a government in exile often suffers when national group cannot exercise legal and sovereign authority over its homeland due to occupation or unscrupulous. Okay, this is usurpation. I don't know this word, to be honest with you. The government in exile claimed to uphold the political aspiration of the Biafran people, primarily those in the southeast and some parts of south in Nigeria. Biafran territory is the old eastern region. In 2013, Simon Ekpa was declared the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile following a detailed and structured election. Following the detailed and structured election process. The election, as reported by insiders and some observers, adhered to democratic principles and was aimed to ensure fair and representation and legitimacy. Candidates were nominated based on their commitment to the cause and ability to lead effectively under challenges circumstances. For those of us, that don't always say, "Oh, he's a self-acclaimed," that kind of word, self-acclaimed leader. This is, report from not from different government in exile, people that have done, a thorough investigation, or should I say, inquiry to know how PM become prime minister of different government in exile. So you can see the requirement: somebody that have commitment, somebody that will work and lead effectively. under the challenging circumstances. That's what he says here. And despite some, let's continue. Despite some internal skepticism, those within the Biafran government in exile, their supporters emphasized the elections integrity. The process involved multiple stages of vetting and a final vote. Reportedly, including representatives from various Biafran diaspora communities. Though questioned by some, the elections transparency was defended vigorously by the Biafra government in exile, which released details account of the procedures followed a guarantee a fair election process. The recognition of Ekpa's leadership extends beyond the confines of the Biafran government, include a substantial portion of Biafran diaspora. However, the struggle for border international recognition remain fraught with challenges, and international community generally maintain a caution stance when dealt with governments in exile, often refer from official recognition unless there is an substantial conscious or legal framework supporting such government's legitimacy. However, Ekpa's government faced internal challenges, of course, notable from Nigerian authorities and some faction within the Biafran movement who view the Biafran government in exile skeptically. These challenges are compounded by the complicated geopolitical dynamic of the region, where multiple interests converge, often lead to a fragmented support base. That is what DOS are actually doing. People that have different kind of view about the whole thing. So since assuming office, Simon Ekpa has initiated several policies to consolidate support for Biafran's independence and reinforce the government structure of Biafran government in exile. His administration has focused on international advocacy, seeking global attention and support for Biafran cause. His government has recognized humanitarian aid and cultural events to strengthen community ties among the Biafran diaspora. Ekpa's leadership style through diplomatic engagement has impacted the independence movement. Under his guidance, the Biafran government in exile has gained more structured approach to its activities, stressing the importance of international law and diplomacy in its pursuit of recognition. Addressing the persistent allegation that label Simon Ekpa as self-proclaimed prime minister is critical. These allegations stem from misunderstanding and misrepresentation of the electoral process undertaken by the Biafra government in exile. Ekpa has consistently refuted such claims, pointing to the democratic and transparent nature of this election. The term self-proclaimed inaccurately depict the legitimacy and recognized procedure that lead to his leadership role within the Biafran community. Such mischievousness, such mischaracterization undermine the democratic process that the Biafran government in exile strive to uphold and distract from the substantive issues. Simon Ekpa's role as the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile in capture the hope and complication of Biafran independence movement. His leadership born from a legitimate electoral process significance, crucial phrase in the ongoing structured for Biafran self-determination. Those things you are seeing here, my people, is all about what some of us think that Samuel Ekpa just wake up one day and say, hey you, today from onward I'm PM. Call me PM. I am I am the leader. That's what some of us believe on. Excuse me. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So that's what some of these people believe that PM is actually doing. You know, that he just wake up one day and say, hey, you, today I am Prime Minister. Don't do you hear me? Yes, okay, call me Prime Minister. No. And some people who don't know how our people behave actually believe, oh, Diana is here. I can see you, Biafra. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your comment. Diana said, Iwu Biafra said, good morning, Kai report. Thank you. Okay, that's Diana. Diana said, good morning, Kai report. Thank you, my sister. Mazi Biafra. Iwu Biafra, what do you mean by Mazi Biafra? I don't understand. And Diana said, the legitimacy of Biafran freedom is coming up in December. Exactly. Many people will commit by on that day. Maybe my sister, maybe. And Wisdom John said, how are you doing? Good morning. How are you? I'm doing fine. Wisdom, how are you? I hope you are okay. So we are here to react to those things. You know, this is midnight broadcast. I don't expect many people to be active now. Only those that are, that have notification will be able to be, know that we are live. Yes, okay, you are good. Nice to hear that, my brother. Nice to hear that. Happy May is here. I hope you're not working today. Are you watching from your work, Happy May? This is our sister in US. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. We moved that from first, exactly. So some of us that are, that he's a that thing in Finland. He just wake up one day and do you know what? PM have also proved that Biafran, voted for him. Okay, good evening from US. Nice to hear that, my sister. Nice to hear that. So he approved that. We all watched the convention in Finland. Even Father Baka used that. He was praying for Biafrans that gathered somewhere in Europe. There's a reason for that. Every genuine, you don't need to, like I always say, you must not be recognized in Biafran government in order for you to be Biafran. I'm not, like me, I'm not in contact with any soul in Biafran government in Israel. Am I happy with their activities? Of course I am, just like every other Biafrans. Of course I am. If not, what am I doing here? I am. And we all are happy to see that we have people that we can say, yes, this is our own. Otherwise, do you know how many IDP camps that they would have, managing in our land today? If not Biafran government in Israel. They kidnap Muslim to push their evil agenda, because Muslim have been the one holding strong to make sure that this nonsense will not penetrate into our land. How did he start the agitation? If not that heaven inspired him to do so. Because what Muslim have achieved all these years cannot be achieved without heavenly inspired, assistance. It can only be from God. It cannot be from God, from nowhere. He spent his time talking, preaching as if a lot of people criticize him, just like they criticize PM today. Oh, that Mazakan he's just looking for fame. He has also proved to everybody that he's not about fame. Yes, it's divine, my brother Armstrong. Good morning to you. Summers, I see you. Good morning, brother. Here we're listening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just like the videos, so others will join us to listen as well. So Mazi tried in everything, receive all manner of insults, just like PM is receiving today. For you to lead genuinely, you must have this kind of wolves that have been feeding from your on behalf of you, because once they take a look, they will count you are part of Southeasterners. On behalf of you, they receive billions and they siphon it and train their children in youth. Today, some people in Nigeria, I will not say Igbo now because other people are also studying in the UK, they are now facing deportation because of inability to pay tuition fee. Now, how many of these politicians are included? The answer is no, because they have more than enough to do anything, to do anyhow. They will initiate policy that put them in that kind of corruption to keep on doing what they're doing. That is the mentality they're using. I'm thinking that PM is a prime minister today because he just come from nowhere. And because of that, everybody should be scared. You know, he don't support him. Like one of them said, oh, he have done more harm than good in Igbo land. Tell us the bad, the wrong they have done. You don't have anything. On another news, PM posted just 1 hour ago. Let's go through it quickly. And he said, let me flip the camera so that we can see it as well. All right, this is this man. We know him. You know this man, very, very hater of Igbo people. You do the woman. And he said, Musa, the terrorist commander. Let me focus on the comment first. This camera don't disappoint me. Okay. I hope it is readable now. Musa, the terrorist commander and cry baby, has cried again today. Finally, according to him, his Nigerian government is now engaging Finland, who fought war with Russia for their freedom. I am 1 million steps ahead, you terrorist states. We are increasing our defense soon. We will boost the defense of Biafra. We will boost the defense of Biafra, okay, to the highest in history. Musa, we want to see you lead the war in person. Go to Biafra as a commander, idiot. Okay. Now let's listen to Musa. This is the interview Musa is having with this Dudua man. This man, to be honest with you, I feel throwing up each time I listen to him. But let's not focus on that. Let's listen to this and
let's talk about the southeast. We have a peculiar threat in the southeast. Some people insisting that no one should go to work on Mondays, and they've been killing soldiers, especially. How do you assess the security situation in the southeast relative to the capacity of the armed forces? Yeah, you know, the southeast has its own challenges because of, again, the nature of the terrain. The terrain plays a vital role. You know, it's thickly forested, so it avoids you. Somebody can, and then you just be passing by, and then you, so it makes it a bit more difficult. Even with your air, in fact, it makes it difficult more with air. Even when you fly abroad ahead, you hardly can see anything. So that makes it extremely. So we have to fine-tune the training of the troops there to jungle warfare, and jungle warfare has its own different challenges because you cannot use a lot of equipment they're using. You have to go fully dismounted, and because the Diablos are their own areas, a lot of advantages they have that they've built up within. But we are getting so much successes that are really very encouraging. What is going on in that area is purely criminality. And I can tell you, when we've entered the bushes, what you see, I want Nigerians to understand that it is, you see them killing, dismembering, removing parts of human beings. You see a lot of vehicles that they just see a vehicle, catch person and just kill him. There are a lot of graves all over, scattered all over the places. You see corpses, skeletons. It is just simple madness. And they do, you know, you see a lot of rituals. They do a lot of human rituals within those areas. So
first of all, YouTube, I'm sorry, I don't mean to show any graphic image. What we are seeing here, we are trying to analyze what Nigerian Army Commander is saying. So in case if there's any error in the video, it is not intentional. Please, we are not preaching violence. We are here to analyze what's going on and tell our people the truth of what is happening around us. So just bear with us. Thank you.
It's much, and that's why it's important for us to be able to follow up again the leadership, especially this time on Ekpa that is in Finland. There's a lot of problem by its comments. The federal government has taken that up with the Finnish government on the need to be able to curtail that, and then we're also following through the cyberspace to be able to address those issues. We are seeing people that are also sponsoring them. There are a lot of people that are sending funds to them. We're aware of that. We are picking the web, profiling at the right time. All of them will be picked. International organizations have, especially the US and the UN, are aware, and they are going after them. There are a lot of them in the US and Europe. They are contributing money to what is going on in that place. And so all of them will be both within the local area. So like I said, it's basically acts of criminality.
These people really think that Nigeria is like every country in this world is Nigeria. Did you hear what this man said? that they are aware of people sending money to them, that it's a matter of time that that all of them will be picked. No story, really. So I donate money to my people for my to defend my land. Seeing what you guys are doing with the Fulani herdsmen, and you are here. Hi, Chineke Meleman. And his name is Christopher. Even though he answered Musa. Musa could be, for him to be where he is now, he must answer, just like I said, like I told us in the past. Celestin Babayaro, I was told that he's not even a Muslim. He's a former footballer, Super Eagle footballer. And before you have this, before they pick you, you have to be attached to all this thing that you see, this thing that P2B is doing today. All of them are doing it too. For you to be relevant, you must go and pay homage to Northern, Fulani Caliphate. Otherwise, your potential will not be enough for you to succeed. So just hear what this man. I don't mind taking it back a bit, so you will be able to capture what he said. Just pay attention. Okay, let me shift the camera because of the.
International organizations have, especially the US and the UN, are aware, and they are going after them. There are a lot of them in the US and Europe. They are contributing money to what is going on in that place, and so all of them will be both within the local area. So, like I said, it's basically acts of criminality. The people and then the issue of drugs. This is why NDA2 is doing a great job. We need to take drugs out of our youths, because that is aggravating what is ongoing on those general areas. But we're going well.
Okay, just ask yourself this question as you are watching this. What this man is saying here, assuming that it's true, like you should not allow people to contribute money. They are doing investigation as a security agents, right? So between the Biafran government in exile, Ekpa presence in agitation, and Boko Haram, Fulani bandits, terrorists, ISWAP, whatever they call their names in then, all of them are Fulanis, right? Who is sponsoring them? Why are they not doing investigation also to know how come Fulani people they have their free way, gateway, to buy any equipment they want to buy, to use it against anyone they want to use it on? Why are they not doing investigation on that? Why must they concentrate their time and everything on checking how Biafrans are making money? Before, remember when they were saying, oh, some countries are the ones sponsoring them. Now they have taken that allegation away. Now they are seeing that Biafrans are contributing them money. So is that the problem? Okay, since you have done investigation, can you tell us how Fulani bandits, in your word, which of course they are all Boko Haram, they just have this department, so that when you profile this one, the other one will be free. You profile this one, the other one will be free. You take it down to profile the other one, so that as you are profiling Boko Haram and others, they are creating more. Until today, the Nigerian government have not profiled Fulani herdsmen as a terrorist, but international community have done that. How come Fulani people that are rearing cattle from one place to another, manage to have these sophisticated weapons they're using? How do they get that? Who is behind it? The same Fulani that, imagine Igbo man is moving from one place to another place in Nigeria, buying people, what Fulani people are doing today. And Igbo man in National Assembly will come out and we need to give them their land. We need to give them grazing, land to graze their cattle. That will be the topic, not what they are committing. Who do you people really think that we are, to be honest? Even a dummy or what? My goodness. Diana said, do you know that Babajide father's house has been taken over by the Fulani headers in his village? He cannot go back there for now, and he is lamenting about Biafran freedom. Babajide, you mean this man talking now, this Babajide you're talking about? That is what I'm saying. Selfish interest. They always focus on their own because he's not earning money, growing fat. Look at his stomach. I think that this man is what I don't even know his name. Is that his name, Babajide? Now, Fulani have taken his house, according to what our sister is telling us. But his focus is Biafran and Igbo people, because that's what federal government want to hear. For him to grow and grow large and have more award, national award as a journalist, first thing first, you have to make sure you design your program against Igbo people and also preach against Igbo and promote Fulani. You are good to go. Aloy Chike said, point of correction, we have formed a government, Biafra government in Nesda, and we have the right to donate to our own government. I don't even want to analyze that, my brother. I don't even want to. You can see that I just laughed. They will never stop amazed people. You will use everything to gain favor, to do propaganda. And Musa, who don't even know the right of agitators or freedom fighters, they don't know. They think that once they will put on this khaki in Nigeria, that's why you see a soldier they're not even on duty. Maybe today is his holiday. What he will do, he want to buy vegetable or go somewhere in the nearby market. He will put on this khaki. He will wear it so that everybody on the road will be scared of him. This is a soldier man. Don't touch him or don't say anything. You understand? If you do anyhow, you see anyhow. He will. Somebody that is not on duty in a decent environment, in a rare country, what soldiers, security people do, they will be moving on their mufti. They will not put on their uniform. They will put on mufti and have their ID card. But this one will wear their, sometimes they put this feather on their cap. They will put everything, walking on the streets. So my rank. Onye na-amaghị na ọ ga-echi eze echi ọzọ chi ọzọ ha ọbị gbazi aka yie ya ma n'ụkwụ. Some of them, once you go to Zaria where they train them, jump from wall, jump, and after jumping, do some frog jump. Then after frog jump, press up. You do that. Okay, you develop a flat stomach first, and if you develop flat tummy, you have to run, and after running and all that, do some exercise, and they will teach you some Fulani language like slangs of the so-called military language and all that. Those things will take you 3 months. Somebody that don't have any not even wired. I'm talking about not even passing 6. Somebody have not been in secondary school, let alone tertiary institution, that don't even know what human rights stand, what human rights means, what freedom means, what a rule of law means. They don't have any idea of that. Or they're not just load. This is your magazine. Load it and okay, pull trigger. Once Abubakar says shoot. That's the training, and they give them khaki. Once they see anybody, bam. Just yesterday, in a country that they are telling you that they're doing investigation, they are trying to rob you with Westerners, just to bring people that are asking for their freedom back home and to intimidate. You think people are stupid or what? Let's listen to him, because he will never stop amazing you. He will just
very hard. Troops have gone back in again. We're clearing the whole area to ensure that we get them. So I want to encourage people. And of late, we have had some of them too that are also willing. They are tired. They are also saying that, look, they want to come, but they have commanders that are making money. This issue of money, that is what is actually, if you watch the entire country, all these issues of criminality revolves around money. People feel once they make money, they can get away with anything. And that's what was encouraging them to do. And so that's why it's important for us to increase.
Yes, you may talk about money because you guys have in contact with US. Of course, who wouldn't think the way you do? Because knowing what they want is always about money. So I don't blame you for mentioning money, that it revolve around money and all that. It's true. But you need to separate the wheat from the chaff. The chaff that you are dealing with, they're after money, not Biafra government in Israel. We know what our government stands for. We know what they intend to do. Dana said the rolling part of his Fulani headers is a private business, while in Nigeria, the irony part of this Fulani headers is a private business why is Nigerian government so much concerned about it? The issue is that anything that gives Fulani power, federal government will finance it. private business that everybody know. Even you that are, all of us that have our own means of survival, our own business, do we receive national treatment like Fulani are receiving with their private business and rearing cows? The answer is no. Happy said, who is us and UN? They are slaves. Who is US and UN? They are slave masters. We are Biafrans. Exactly. Propaganda. Exactly. That is all this summary. What he's doing is propaganda to let you know that they are doing something and they're actually achieving something. But let's continue. Let's hear him more.
Encourage good governance. Because if local governments are working, for example, it makes it a lot easier. We also want to encourage the federal government for us to have a comprehensive census. If you go abroad, you commit an offense, it's 50% chance you'll be arrested. They're not using witchcraft. It's because they have data. We need to build that database. And if it is comprehensive, wherever you are, once you are cited or your signature is seen anywhere, it's easier to track who did this, where, and how. So that's what we want to encourage issues of things like having a comprehensive census for.
Are you sure that you will last with this your job, Musa? I don't think you will last because you are still bringing Christianity mindset on what you're doing. You are talking about data for Fulani people that how can you? Do you think they want data? When they open border from far north so that their brothers and sisters all over the Sahel will trooping. That Nigeria is a safe haven. The only thing they need you, like what you are doing now, they use people like you to buy innocent people, and the vacancy will be there so that we cannot take over.
Nigeria, so that it will assist the security agencies in performing their work. What is the extent of the Army's investigation of the killing of his officers and men in Okwama? Okwama, yes, we have just, I think the report is just in, we're going through the report in daily. It's again acts of criminality. We have cultists, those guys are into sea piracy, into illegal oil bunkering. So they've been able to.
I love it when you focus your attention on what's happened to army, then ignore what happened to those villagers. What is your data? Since you are talking about data, Musa, what is your data on the children and women that they buy in Okoma in Delta State? Data. You guys have published soldiers that lost their life, and you ignore people that soldiers buy them. Their own life, it doesn't matter. But what matters is now, like, it's not as if you buy, these soldiers buy in one front. They went to people's village to control, to command. What a shame. What a very big shame. Anyway, let's go to. Okay, before we visit, what is the name of this Soyinka? Okay, let's watch what Biafrans are doing in homeland. Voting is still on. The voting is still on, and is people from the other camp are. I mean, this one tired them. I keep on refreshing my system to see if I will receive any notification or report, from them where they are criticizing the voting in Biafra. I have not seen any of them. Oh, it's a lie, it's a fake video, it's a fake picture. Look at it. In Biafra land, the voting is on, and it continues until October, right? Massive voting for Biafran self-referendum. Everyone across Biafra are voting. Look at it.
Votes. Everybody is casting their own. So just when you put your own, just leave. When you put your own, you leave. Cast your own vote, then you leave. Cast your own vote, then you leave. Almost 100% say they no longer want to be a part of this nation. So Nigeria is a fraud.
It's not even election.
County is doing very well. They are counting their votes in Umwere County. Coordinator, you are the secretary. Thank you very much. Let the vote be recorded. Let's know how many votes we've recorded here. I think it's up to 250 votes. That is for today alone. So we thank you, Elohim. We bless your name. Thank you very much. The people are turning up. Thank you. Votes. Everybody's casting their own. So just when you put your own, just leave.
I mean, message that this Musa is annoying. My sister, you don't just see Musa, group Musa together with those people from the other camp that are ranting and making empty threats, talking nonsense about Biafrans. You are following the rule of law. Biafran government in exile are not stupid. They know what international law says. They know to do bad thing. If Biafran government in exile is to respond the way Nigerian government and the military are doing, then it will go against international law. So, but as we stand now, the international community know that these people are not following international law. They are using their force to commit genocide, to fight people anyhow, in the name of making Nigerians to be one. You understand? So it is not a hidden thing. So we all know this, and you don't need to you don't need to correct wrong with wrong. That's why I respect the Federal government in exile and their cabinet. Everything they are following is rule of law. They don't want to. They are not following it out of a sentiment or maybe emotion, putting your emotion first before your reasoning. Sometimes when you see what they are doing, what the Nigerian government are doing, you feel like, why don't we apply more strength, more force to engage to prove something? But if you do that, you get yourself, you stain your reputation. This report is from Soyinka. He said, I was surprised it took long for Biafran consciousness to resurface in Nigeria after 1967 to 70 civil war. Soyinka just said that. And this is not to undermine the work of Mazi Oyindu. This is not to undermine his work. But the truth is that what Soyinka said here, as you can see, I was surprised it took long for Biafra consciousness to resurface in Nigeria after 1967 to 70, civil war, Soyinka says. That is from Sahara Reporters, and let's go through this. And I think PM made some reaction to this. Maybe we will revisit it as well. We'll visit it because I promised us that we are going to visit some of this Soyinka's comment on that. So let me start from here. It says, Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has narrated how he got into trouble with Nigeria government when he said it could not defeat Biafra. The literal icon said that therefore he was surprised that it took so long for the Biafran agitation to be resurrected as spearheaded by Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, between July 1967 and January 1970. A civil war known as the Biafran War was fought between Nigeria and the Republic of Biafra. I am happy that you mentioned this word, because some of them say that, no, it have never been in existence. Well, no, it's a lie. Even the novel that our father, Chinua Achebe, wrote, called that book that he called There Was a Country. I have watched a video of someone from western part of Nigeria, Oduduwa people. This man, that man was a kind of saying, no, that Soyinka is, no, not Soyinka, Achebe is making utterances that is not, that's not justifiable, that there was no country, that Biafra has never been a country. Even with Wikipedia having that, some countries, they listed it there, you can search it on your own, that some countries have recognized Biafran existence during that time that it was declared. Anyway, a secessionist state which had declared its independence from Nigeria in 1967, the secession was led by Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Chukwuemeka Odumego. Okay, Chukwuemeka Emeka. I don't know why they quote Emeka Odumego Chukwu. And so nothing surprised me at all. In fact, it surprised me that they took so long in terms of Biafra resurrection to take place in time of consciousness. Soyinka said in a recent interview with Nobel Nigeria. Okay, this is the interview. You can watch it, but I'm not going to play it here. According to Soyinka, it is a mistake for the Nigerian government to keep Kano in detention since 2001. He said Kano had the right to pursue his cause for a separate nation of Biafra. He was never accused of physically bombing any place or buying anyone. He said, I said at the time and this is what got me into serious trouble. They felt that by making the statement, in fact, it was singled out that by making such a statement, I was trying to demoralize the federal side and actively promote the Biafran cause. When I said I wrote that, when I said that and I wrote that, you cannot defeat Biafra. And people took a very simplicity approach to understanding that. They thought I was talking about the battlefield. That is involved as well, because when people are determined, they are willing to sacrifice anything to preserve their identity when they feel they are on a righteous cause. Of course, it is difficult to defeat them. Yes, if there is any military defeat, it is only temporal in Anokwa. For those of like Peter B should come and get sense here. Biafra is dead 50 years ago. You should come and have some sense. Refresh your memory. Somebody that knows better than you is talking. The real issue remains unsolved. I mean, that is a lesson of history all over the world. And so, when I made that statement, Biafra, that notion, concept, and all that it involved, the antecedent and the present, including the future, seeing what a people who were determined to go on their own, seeing what they could become, that is part and parcel of the course. And when you have that kind of bidding combination of different cause, it is very difficult to defeat them. And so Nnamdi Kanu represents that concept. This is what Soyinka said, and people are now reacting to this. Now compare what Soyinka said here to what some of these people that are telling you, no, you cannot achieve Biafra with your politician, without your politician. Do your politician have the same concept that Soyinka talked about here? Can you see through what he said? That if you actually want to defeat them with battlefield, that you have defeated them temporarily. That's what's playing out today. Even from second in command of Ojukwu, this Effiong, said that you have to treat them well, otherwise their children will still resurrect this issue again. And today, what is going on? In fact, they did not only treat Biafran the way they treat our forefathers, they intensify the negative treatment on Biafrans today. At least then, we don't have a presence of a Fulani pushing to grab our land. The intention was there, which was what led to coup in the first place. But the problem is that they only have that intention, they have not putting it in action. Now they are not putting it in action before your eyes. You are not only seeing them pushing, but you are seeing them in your own land. Go, they are there. Very soon Musa will be taken out. Then he will know that he have made a great mistake in his life. He making trying to suggesting Fulani to have database system is for Fulani, and once you continue with that kind of preaching, they will see you as an enemy, and they will do to you what they normally do to other people. I don't think this guy is a Muslim. To be honest with you, if he's a Muslim, maybe his Muslim is just like the one of Justice Suleiman, the pastor. People that bears Muslim name and they are pastor in Christendom. So a lot is you have that one needs to more explanation. Ejikem Jude, is it Ejikem Jude said, "Good morning, sir. Good morning to you, my brother." And Eze Summer said, "Well, also Inka said Nigerian is breaking international law, okay, to sustain the demo. Let me see. Democration that was imposed by who? Intruders. And in that cause, DOS are still following the rule of lawless contraption." Sometimes I don't. It's true that they said that ignorant of law is not an excuse, but DOS actually don't know what you know. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody is aware of what rule of law means. To them, they don't even. Some of them don't see even Nigeria as a corrupt entity, even though they live in abroad. Everybody brain works in different way. That you see people have their hands is moving, their eyes can open, they have their nose, their ears, everything is functioning, but the brain, we cannot see it until they decide on something. Then oh, look, this person they don't reason no more. You understand? To me, I don't see DOS as people that I can use to measure wisdom or to know something. So even if Biafran and Nigerian government are not engaging themselves in battlefield and all that, you still have some of them criticizing you, telling you that you are wrong, that Nigeria is meant to be one. That you cannot imagine somebody that has been following Mazi American all these years coming out to tell you that you cannot get Biafra or freedom without your politicians. That tells you everything you need to understand. Everything you need to know. That for you to have your freedom, you have to go through your politicians. And so Ika is here telling you what you need to do, the concept of this agitation, the ideology is there. Just like the respect. See, I am using that of Biafra now to judge Fulani people that have this mentality of taking your land, that Allah give them the land. Not that is written in the Quran, no. That in their own interpretation of their religion, that every part of Igbo land and southwest, southeast, or western, southwest, yes, and south, all of us, that this land belongs to them. That we say Allah give to them. Why they have that knowledge? They want to use military wing to penetrate, to conquer. So that is ideology. They quickly form Boko Haram to make sure they sustain that ideology. Then on your own part, if you want to sustain your own ideology, your own brother is we are against it, because we don't uphold our religion. We are Christians. Some of us are Jews. Some of us are traditionalists, but we respect human beings. I mean, we have one thing in common, which is live and let live. That Jewish people are not saying nobody should live, but Muslim part of because I don't want to generalize Muslim all over the world. I want to focus on the one we have in Nigeria, Fulani people with their nomadic behavior, are telling you that you cannot get it without them. Guys, we have 68 people watching now, and only 8 people like this video. If you don't see the like button, please click on the third 3 dots. Okay, on the top corner on your right hand, you see a 3 dot there. Tap it, you will see like. That it will take you to where you can like the video. Like the video, click on the like button while we are still live, so that it will push this video to many people to watch. That's a way you can support us. Everybody, everything is not money. Just a little way you can. Tap it and give it a thumbs up. It's very, very important you do so. So why are we deceiving ourselves? Not everything. See, if you are the people that believe, in justice, you love justice. You don't want people to. You hate it when people maneuver or another. When people lie to each other, you hate it, right? And you see a country. Let's assume that we are not even looking for Biafra. Let's assume now that we are not there's nothing like Biafra. In fact, we are not supporting. In fact, there's no Biafra is not in existence. Let's just assume it, but it's not true. Okay, and you see what they're doing from government. You see what they're doing. That they favor these people and they turn back on you. Are you happy with that? Ordinarily, let's assume you are a Nigerianist. In fact, Nigeria is the best country ever to you, right? Are you happy to see that Fulani people are being protected? Whatever they do is final. Whenever they cry, federal government pay attention and make sure they do it at all costs to give them what they want. They feel more protected. In fact, they are the citizens more than you. Are you happy with it? I mean, are you happy when this injustice is being meted on you? Are you happy with that? Are you trying to tell me that a group of people from Yoruba land and Igbo people have, let's assume Yoruba have their own version of cattle railers, people that are herdsmen that move their own cow in any part of the country. Let's assume Duduwa people have, Yoruba people have their own. Fulani have their own herdsmen, the way they have it. Igbo have their own. I just want to use these three major groups now. And you see Fulani people going to different places in Nigeria, buy people and drag land. Then Oduduwa people and in the southwest doing their own. They are not going to other people's land to claim land. The same thing with Igbo people. They don't go. I'm just imagining that. And the Fulani government will be telling you, oh, give Fulani land in your own portion. And when you look at the map of Nigeria, you see that not half. If you divide it into three, one part is what they give you as south. In fact, southeast, one part. South, and southeast is when you divide north into three, or even into four. One part is in their own map, which I disagree because I believe that the way they draw that map is to tell you that you are small, that you don't need to fight for anything. You are not big enough to ask for freedom or your independence. These are political aspects. These are tactics, because we have seen that the eastern part of Igbo land is more smaller than than Sokoto State. If you go to map of Nigeria, check the size of Imo, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi, Anambra. These 5 states. For now, don't forget about Delta and other parts. All right, these 5 states. If you divide Sokoto, you find out that Sokoto, if you divide Sokoto into 2, one is the landmark they show you in the map is the same size with all the 5 states. Yet, they is showing the whole world that we are small. You are still pushing and buying people for we to give land from this small one you have to Fulani people. It's not as if the land of Northerners are not growing. They cannot grow grass. It can grow grass, but they don't want to. So some of them say, oh, this Northerners are desert. It's a lie. How can you tell me it's a desert and you're cultivating cash crops in that north? How? If it is a desert, there's no water there. How come you are cultivating rice, maize, beans, corn, all those things? How come? But your focus is to get land in the southeast that you have told us in your map that is very, very tiny and small. Your landmark is wide, very, very big, according to your map, not me. Okay, and in that your map, you are still insisting that Igbos will give you land to graze your cattle. That is to tell you there's something behind that land they're asking for, that Ruga of a thing. There's something behind it, and that is what I'm going to tell you now. A way of is to institute their own caliphate in your land. That is how they conquer Iroli. That's how they conquer Fulani, Hausa people. Once they put their emirate, it will start with a tiny land, with one hut like that. And that emirate, the emir will be telling you in this place, that Fulani community here is under this emirate. Federal government will now tell you, they will just what they're doing now, putting some among you people that will, support their bidding, what they want. They put all the people there. And that's when we champion what these people will be doing in your land, committing atrocities. So that is tactics. They use Nigerian politics to lie to you guys and trust our people with out of desperation to become somebody in Nigerian politics, like what Peter Mba is doing in Enugu State today. We're doing everything to make sure that he will be re-elected in next election. What he have watched how Hokus manages without anybody voting him. Only his kinsmen, people from his woman and his in-laws are voting him. When they're doing gathering, they have to pay people to come and stand up, so that Hokus may commanding crowd. Their money. Give them 10,000. Oh, not 10,000. Sometimes it's 2,000, 3,000, because our people are so eager to make money at all levels. And somebody will tell even if you come, even if you accept the money or not, he will still be the governor. Why people will not do that? Even though they know that you have your way to maneuver your things to be governor, they will prove to you that we don't support you. They will turn back on you. That's different between when Masakano was crying about the mentality of black man and all that. My brother, my sisters, if you pay attention, you will find out that what he's saying is actually the truth. Our people lack many things. We lack many things in terms of reasoning. As a black person, I'm not talking about Igbo only now. I'm talking about as entire black race. And Soyinka said that P2B does not contest. P2B does not contest next presidential election. His term is his term is incompetent. What do you mean? His term is incompetent to lead Nigeria. Soyinka is also bashing on P2B. I don't need to dwell much on that because actually we are not. I don't wish that P2B become any president whatsoever. My joy is that Biafra is coming. Exactly, my brother. Exactly. You are not alone. Then have I read this your comment? He said many people in IPOB, Nigeria, DS, and their errors are just educated illiterate that does not know the rights from the does not know the rights. They don't know their rights. I think that's what you mean. Their right from their left hand. They are only looking for money, money and personal benefits, power and position. Ikenga did not hide it. He said it openly. That he have this political ambition. And the honest with you, Ikenga qualified to be in Nigerian politics. The only problem that he need to work on is his mouth, because he have this leaking mouth. He can he doesn't keep secret. Ikenga don't keep secret. Once you tell him something, forget about it. Once you push him, like he said in one of his brokers, that he have this journalist. I'm sorry to say he's a journalist. He have this journalist that give him information, and that journalist don't know that Ikenga will one day, burst the bubble. It's a matter of time. You don't just trust Ikenga with any secret. He will eventually say that. Well, also you can speak about Biafra when the people are determined, they are willing to sacrifice anything to preserve their identity, when they feel they are on a righteous cause. It is difficult to defeat them. Yes, if there is any military defeat, it is only temporal. The real issue remains unsolved. You cannot defeat Biafra. So, guess who posted this in? A mega gift. I read this, just this quote, and that's what Soyinka said. But after reading this thing, the same guy will still turn back to DOS and start telling you that why do you think that Soyinka is now seeing Biafran agitation as something that have just resurfaced, that is just a resurrect? Why is it that he did not see it all this while? Why now? Let's go to PM, and maybe he may have something to chip in. PM said it is It is under Biafran Republic government in exile that all of them are coming out from their hideout. Only now they truly believe that liberation of Biafra is real. I am not making it up. Watch it for yourself. This is PM. Let me bring it up. He put this comment from Sahara Reporter, and the caption is what it will interest you. It is under Biafran Republic government in exile that all of them are coming out, okay, from their hiding. Only now they truly believe that the liberation of Biafra is real. This is not a way of bragging, because some people will say, okay, he's bragging. He's that after. Are you saying that Mazangano is not doing it? Was not doing it. Mazangano was doing marvelously well, but the problem is that people that are holding him back are no more. That's why people cannot see the activities. And who managed to push them out? PM. You understand? He can confess and testify that Mazangano is the one. He said Kano is the one that journalist, okay? The journalist told him that Mazi Namorkano is giving instruction to PM. And he did not tell you that journalist have not, talk with PM. He don't even have any contact with PM. So how did he know? How did the journalist know? Someone said that he can just, form that story, cooked it up as if someone told him that this is what he believed or what he think that is going on. Why is it for you to know the criminal mindset of these people? Why did Ikenga not mention Mazi Namorkano Kano? Instead, he said Kano because he don't want people to use that against him. If he did in reverse, he would not say, no, I mean Kanonta. You understand? I mean Kanonta. He would not prove, but what the person he was actually talking to is Namorkano. And he said that to make sure that to indict Mazi Namorkano in any criminal activity that they are committing in Biafra land. So they will use it against him. Now that he's defending himself. They are not happy that Mazi Namorkano is been talking. They said why that he's talking, he's defending himself. What are the lawyers doing? That he's a shamble, he's a shame, he's a this, he's a that. So they were happy that Mazi Namorkano were unable to talk to the press. Do all this while they are moving around with a Jofo and Ozokeme. Ozokeme that is now receiving award left, right, and center because people are now recognizing him massively, for job well done by keeping Mazi Namorkano incommunicado.
His wife remains sitting there. I thought about this. I mean, what more essential thing do you require if you're moving into an unfurnished building? You need to cook. His wife remains sitting there. I thought about these details and sent pots and pans and fridge or whatever to the house to enable myself and my family to survive until my house was repaired in proven state.
Okay, that is Soyinka throwing his love to Tinubu's and his family. Anyway, let's listen to what Ambassador said about Soyinka.
In this book that you are talking about, that if he lived before me, Wole Soyinka and I have been having a running battle. And he has said it will not end until one of us leave this world. And I have said in this book that you are talking about, that if he lived before me, when I get to heaven, and I hope he will be there, he should welcome me. If I live before him, when he comes, I will welcome him. But Wole Soyinka is a gifted man. I have always acknowledged that. But he is a bad politician or political analyst. And I've also said that. And that it's my own point of view. He may agree with it, he may not agree with it. That's my own point of view. Wole Soyinka and I have been having a running battle. And he has said.
So we are trying to round up the program. I'm just showing you some trending videos So this is Obasanjo throwing back at Soyinka. This video is not new, but you know some of you.
Am I feeling that?
Wait. Some of you may have must have seen or must have followed the issue of between Soyinka and Obasanjo. Anyway, let's move to another thing. Biafra must come. Everything is working for good. FCT administration under Nelson Wike making max over 500 buildings in fresh demolition exercise. You know, let's see.
Why am I feeling that Tinubu and his government willingly appointed Wike as FCT minister against Igbos? Look at this news. FCT administration under Nelson Wike marks over 500 buildings in fresh demolition exercise. A whole 500 buildings to demolish. And I know 70% of these buildings are owned by Igbos. I'm very sure. They are still teaching these people a lesson and they are not listening, they are not learning. When that man say you should learn, learn. If you don't want to learn, you learn in a hard way. It was not a listing. 500 buildings to be demolished. The same country you have offered nothing, you weaponize poverty. You have nothing, no jobs, no employment, no infrastructure, nothing. Not even quality, like I said, qualified or quality health care. You are demolishing buildings. Wait till now. This government, what they do is just anyone that enter, they go demolish for his own favor. Like,
let's watch it again.
So why am I feeling that Tinubu and his government willingly appointed Wike as FCT minister against Igbos? Look at this news. FCT administration under Nelson Wike marks over 500 buildings in fresh demolition exercise. A whole 500 buildings to demolish. And I know 70% of these buildings are owned by Igbos. I'm very sure. They are still teaching these people a lesson and they are not listening, they are not learning. When that man say you should learn, learn. If you don't want to learn, you learn in a hard way. It was not a listing. 500 buildings to be demolished. The same country you have offered nothing, you weaponize poverty. You have nothing, no jobs, no employment, no infrastructure, nothing. Not even quality, like I said, qualified or quality health care. You are demolishing buildings. Wait till now. This government, what they do is just anyone that enter, they go demolish for his own favor. Like,
this lady is saying what the right thing, but one thing is that Igbos, as she's making this video, some are digging foundation next tomorrow in Abuja. Some are doing everything to, so if you what must be. If you are God has designed that you must, you know, be a victim, you will be a victim. Unless maybe by his mercy you can be free from that. But you cannot change it no matter how you shout. But those who will listen will listen, those who will not will be a victim. It is obvious. You must not control everything. So let's not waste our time on that. If we want to demolish 1,000 buildings, the more he demolishes, the more easier it becomes for Biafra to make decision faster. Because if that house is actually what makes some of them kick against Biafra, and once they've been destroyed, then their sense will come back to normal. Diana said, this Biafran generation will teach them all lessons they will never forget. PM is still doing press up for them. When the time comes, they will run. Armstrong says, Stinker is seeing Biafran, I think it means Soyinka, because of the government in exile. The way the government in exile is the way the government in exile is very organized, is why Zoo is panicking. Really? That could be the truth, because in fact that is the truth. Why are they not commenting? Why are they not making such comment they're making now before? The game is changing, to be honest. Do you see all of this irate dogs bargaining on media. We are sent by Ifai Oba and Ifai Ejofo just to save their shame. But the dog had been bargaining for 3 years and they couldn't do anything. People are now afraid. People are no more longer even paying attention to the bargain. Once they're doing whatever they're doing, it doesn't make any sense because everybody is now seeing their strength. So why must we even contemplate on that? They don't want it. They don't want it at all. So guys, we have come to okay. I think this is the same video that we watched before. This is a okay. Let me share this video before we end it. Okay, this video is the video of all this that we just read from Sahara Reporter about the interview where Soyinka said what he said. So this is the video that he. Let me pause it. This is video that that we show you on from Sahara Reporter. That video, that message that I just read out. So this is the video where he said those things, and those one that Emeka gave quoted him. This is the one. So let me not waste much of your time. Let's listen to that.
It was an unjust war, and I said so at the time, as you probably know, and I was appalled by the fact that we went to war so easily. I should explain that I believe very much in the right of self-determination. Otherwise, what was independence all about? What's the entire struggle for liberation on the African continent all about if it is not about the right of people to determine their own destiny? And to find us fighting a war to preserve the demarcations inflicted on us by foreign intruders was for me an act of abject mental enslavement. It was surrendering our will and the readiness to go to war and lose close to 2 million people to preserve something which was imposed on us by total aliens was for me a humiliating fact. It was worse than the crime against ourselves. It was a denial of who we were as creatures of reason, of volition, of self-determination. It made nonsense, in fact, of what I considered we were. So, and the consequences are still with us to today. I know you've met some of Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu when you met him when he was alive. Ojukwu, yes, the General Ojukwu. What was your? How would you describe him? Obviously, he's one that led to the Biafra war, the Biafra side of things. What kind of a person was he when he was alive? Your interaction with him? A mixture. He was very conscious of his class. I mean, he belonged to an affluent. He had an affluent father who was a business person. He was into the best schools for education. I can't recall whether he went to Oxford. I think he went to Oxford. And when he came back, we met as young people. He was older than I was, of course. And at the beginning, I didn't even like him at all. And that's before I went away. He was very class conscious, rich, wealthy. He drove a sports car. Me, I trundled along on my father's ancient rally bicycle. I remember very well. And we used to meet at the same area. We had mutual friends. Yes. But when he came back, and this happened to so many young people, you can have a very frivolous, uncaring youth, and issue comes up, which will affect you, and there's a transformation. And so he definitely had a sense. He felt a sense of mission. He became totally committed, to the Biafran cause. And he tried to rise to that occasion as fast and as determinedly as he could. I thought for somebody with that background and with those challenges, that he didn't do too badly. He made some terrible decisions, I believe. possibility for the entire scenario going to war. After Aburi, there was a chance that the country could have moved more, a little bit more apart rather than stick with the kind of regimentation there. All the leadership at that time, in fact, were culpable. But in my view,
so guys, I have to end this video now. Because it's almost 10 minutes video, so we are not going to continue with it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time, your effort. God bless you all that I support. Okolie Pascal, I see you. How are you? Nice to have you. Please, before you go, don't forget to like this video. We have spent 1 hour 15 minutes and 45 seconds. Please make sure you like it before you go. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dinah and Armstrong. Thank you, Happy Ume, Favor, Ilochuku. I see you. Sorry, I skipped your comment before. You said, God bless you, brother. Well done. Well done job. Thank you. Thank you, Favor. Nice to have your comment. And Dan Klein said, big bro Jisike. I see you guys. Please, if I did not touch your comment, that doesn't mean that it's not important. It is. Sorry about it, because when we are, if I'm talking, and sometimes I will not pay much attention to comment section, and when I turn back to see the comment section, the recent comment is what I will always look after. God bless you all. Please like the video and see you on my next one. Bye bye for now. Good night. Bye bye.